Hello, everyone. Good evening, beautiful audience, interns, alumni, family, and friends. I'm Jessica York. I'm CreativeWorks Program Director, and I'm here to welcome you to this amazing poetry showcase. So let's give. So a couple of housekeeping is. It's okay for you to use your cell phone to take pictures or record, but please be mindful of the person is behind you, so don't block their view. Also keep your cell phone silent. If you need to leave the room, the theater, you please may use the back door where the exit sign is. And if you are to come back, you use the same door, please, and try to minimize the disturbance as you move in and out. All right, and last but not least, let me introduce our host of the night. All right, an avid writer with a love for words. This author, advocate, poet, and spoken word performer has a passion for all things creative. A South Florida native with a Chicago twist, Rena, hers, is a multi-faceted artist who seeks to inspire change through creativity, empowerment, and her love for community activism. Through her Poetry with a Purpose nonprofit work and as a mentor, she has developed several creative writing and poetry programs to expose at-risk youth to the arts in non-traditional sense. Rena aspires to continue helping others through the building of community and wellness through the arts. When she is now thinking of ways to spread eternal optimism or breaking out in random 90s sitcom, Them Songs, you will find her behind the microphone as Pi-Anir the Poet. Please welcome her.
Hey, y'all look good? Yeah. Y'all feel good? Yeah. Welcome to Cohort 4's Phantom of the Poet. I am your host, Pi-Anir the Poet. That is P-I-A-N-I-R, the poet, across all social media. I promise I know how to spell. It's just my name backwards. So, Kismet. It's a thing. I had the distinct pleasure of teaching these young ones creative writing and poetry, as well as theater and performance, and I am so excited to watch them today present to you something that is so profound. So, thank you, Jessica, for that wonderful introduction, and we're going to get into a few rules. Somebody say rules. Rules. Right? Who knew they would be here? However, this is a safe space. I'm very intentional about that. These students will be pouring out their hearts, so we're going to give them good energy, and then they're going to give it back to us. It's reciprocity. It's a thing. How can you give them good energy? I'm so glad you asked. There's a few things you can do. If you got a right hand, let me see you hold it up. If you got a left hand, let me see you hold it up. Now put them together. Let me see what that sounds like. One of my favorite ways to do things. You can clap. Let me hear you snap. You hear something you like, you hear something that's profound, you hear something that makes you think, you can snap for them. Also, you can make some sounds. What are the sounds? You know how something is like stuck at the roof of your mouth or it tastes real good? What's the sound you make? We can do things like that. That's always a good one. If you hear something you like, what's the opposite of no? There we go. Yes. We can tell them, go off, poet. Go in, poet. There's so many ways that we can give them encouragement, and I promise you they are going to give you the things back. We will not, under any circumstances, boo, hiss, throw tomatoes. We don't do that. I got my degree at Apollo, and I will reach out of here like the Sandman. We don't want to do that either. It's a good vibe. It's a good space, and it took a lot to get them here. So we are going to be proud, and we are going to show them how much. Let me hear you clap one more time. So I always challenge myself in the cohorts to do something for the students. I push them and push them and push them the whole time that we are rolling to write, to open up, to be honest in your poetry. And it wouldn't be fair to them if I asked them to do it, but then I didn't do the same, right? So I always write something for my students. I love what I do. I love how they show up. And this is my way of saying thank you to them. So y'all ready to get into the show? Who are you? A question I often ask my students, but isn't this something we all ask? That we grapple with grasping onto, fingers digging for purchase on anything that would tell us, peeping through the window of wondering how to answer, yet I see them. I see their strength, and I learn a little bit more every time they pull back the curtain and allow the essence of them to shine through, which is to say, their phantoms burn beautiful. And they poured into me never knowing that I was running on empty, and just with their ability to show up, they were filling the places I wouldn't let the world know needed tending to. Theodosia showed me that you can choose who you want to be and stand strong in it. Wilson taught me courage, unwavering. Irima is a melody I could sing even when my voice falters. Ryan's quiet assurance could soothe even the wildest beast, while Jaden gave me perfect peace even when he thought his pieces were broken. Michael martyred objects in show of solidarity to himself, and I marveled at the superhero inside of him. Christina paints her face, yet her inner beauty is a light that shined on my darkness. Dante was a fist bump of promise that I can pass to my sons so they'll know being black and proud are both attainable while being black. Boy, Cameron, a quiet storm of poise. And Lyrian with an L elevated my lyrics with her candor and confidence. Anthony was all honesty and brown eyes, never lacking courage, even in his faults. Tori gave a new meaning to being tiny but fierce, and I wonder if she knows her strength would give Goliath cause for concern. Kimora, all emotion and constraint, is the prime example to never stop reaching for perfection that's right in the palm of your hands. Elijah gave me wisdom in an hour. Literally an hour. And isn't that the inspiration to just keep going? That even when you think they aren't listening, they still hear you. Anaya reminded me that the church is in us always. And Chimwekele has God in her metaphors, and I know he makes the angels listen every time she speaks. Ariana was a lesson that the love of poetry can heal a broken heart and mend the mind. Jumani reminded me that intelligence can be quiet and still have an ego big enough to make a room go silent. Avery taught me to never stop laughing, since it feeds the soul. Nara, both fire and ice, is a testament to the world needing both for balance in order to survive. Legacy is a legacy unchained when you allow your children to be who they are without restraint. This poem sounds like it's about me, but the metaphors and melodies are all who they are. This poem is about them. They're brilliant, bright, and bountiful. Each of my students carry pieces of my dreams in their words, and my God, isn't that exactly who we are? So now that we're all warm and ready to go, we're going to get this party started. So with that being said, y'all ready to get the test on? Do we have to do that left, right again? Are we ready? Yeah. We got it together? I believe in you. So during one of the classes, I challenged the students to write a group piece. A group piece is usually more than one poet. They get together, they write something, and then they perform it. These were so profound that I was like, I can't be the only one to hear this. Somebody else has got to hear it too. So Without further ado, please put your hands together and welcome Legacy and Ariana performing Social Media.
Social media.
Can you believe it?
The greatest invention of the 21st century.
It's fantastic. You know, last week, guess who I saw got married? My amiga.
But then you see a stupid challenge where someone slides and hits their head. Social media?
From the bed to the couch. Are we really glued to this app?
Girl, I saw you the other day. You liked my photo.
Oh, yeah, girl. I saw how you celebrated your 25th birthday.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, was that you that cooked that delicious dinner?
And it was good.
Post after post after post after post. Welcome to the world we were born into. Crazy beauty standards rising up to the max.
It's draining to the point where who we are feels attacked. So it can be real.
It can be fake.
It can be good.
It can be bad. But what a beautiful irony it is indeed.
Oh, social media, the place where everybody's perfect. But we know that don't be the real deal. Be lying on them people apps like that. All right, so we're about to get into our show. Please know there is a trigger warning. There may be some sensitive topics that happen. If this makes you uncomfortable, please make sure you can exit. It's okay, we understand. Like I said, we are a safe space. Just make sure you exit safely and as quietly as you can. Otherwise, buckle up and hold on, because we are about to go in. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Theodosia.
My name is Theodosia. It's not the name that I was given, but the name that I have chosen, the name that you all have come here to behold, and I tell you that that should be enough.
Come on.
Thank you to my mama for my first birthday gift. I know that she waited months to give it to me, but it never quite fit. I squeezed myself into the letters held together by safety pins. They tell me I never looked better as they watch my head spin. I'm sorry, Mommy. I hope someday you understand, because, Mommy, I tried, but please don't cry, because your baby found herself. I built my own name, ground up, self-made, risking rejection. I stay solid in my story. My writing speaks volumes, the chapters of my glory, consistently finding new rules to break. I smile. I love when the complaints file in. I've been starting conversations since I stepped out of the womb. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love to riot a room. I get people thinking. I switch the view, start a new mental combat, black and blue, but there's more to me, too. Harsh start, sorry. Hope I didn't scare you off. You see, this is just how I like to play. It's not how I normally talk. You see, I smile so hard my face hurts. I laugh until I cough. I wave at strangers, dance alone. I write my soulmate songs. Pause. I know that may sound confusing. You see, two completely different flows. Which one is the illusion? I tell you, that's delusion. Look, see, alter egos all a part of me. Just know that we stay drenched in melanin. Divine feminine, sun kissing my skin, magic deep within, opposite of sin, a blessing. a presence sent straight from heaven. I stand on the shoulders of the beautiful black angels before me. Hair as my halo, world make way for thee, undoubtedly, evidently, the chosen one. My name is Theodosia. It's not the name that I was given, but the name that I chosen, and I stand here today to tell you all that I am enough.
Talking about standing in an affirmation of self. Y'all give it up one more time for Theodosia. We're going to keep this going. Please put your hands together and give a mighty round of applause for Wilson.
The past curse. My life was as perfect as getting straight A's until this curse has arrived to me that my brain and eyes memorized. This curse came from a boy. This boy would pollute my mind with toxic messages and images. These images and messages were a curse. The curse began after the boy vanished away. The curse felt like that the boy did not want me to move forward in my life, but to remember him as permanently as a tattoo. The curse would frighten me from going outside thinking that I would run into that same boy. Images began to worsen with no support and no healing around me. Since then, I had no support around me while hate and laughter spawned around me. But then these two people were able to help me, provide me with support and healing words that driven the curse away. And at last, peace arose above me. Everybody, so much.
Got to make sure I'm not, okay, making sure I wasn't clicking the button. See what I mean by courage? Y'all give it up one more time for Wilson. Y'all still with us? Y'all left and y'all right hands are doing great. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. All right, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Irima.
Act 1 begins on December 25th, a gift to her mother, a bundle of joy, a miracle of life, one she would cherish forever. First in the litter, the way was not paved, not a soul to guide her, yet her heart led strong and true. At least she hoped it did. Her youth wasn't kind nor forgiving, but faith stayed strong, never shining too bright, never blinding, yet never fading away. From there, the story feels like a bit of a blur. Act 2, hand in hand with the girl she once knew, two versions walking down the path created as one. That girl still somewhere inside her, being her light. The stage is her home, her freedom, her escape, yet sometimes it traps her and leaves her without air. A true plot twist. Accumulation of love, her name, a creation of her parents' design, and though her story remains unfinished, the newest act is just beginning. Hello, I'm Irima, the writer of this play. Scrapped many versions of this character and script, always rewriting her and reworking her to fit. A strong female lead or a princess in distress. Her fairy tale end remains a dream till further noticed.
Y'all are showing out. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all give it up one more time for Irima. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Ryan.
I'm Ryan. I was confused. I wonder where all my summers went and why I was so blue. Endless battles with a weary mind, deluded by false promises of happiness and pride. Happy days are here again, but when I smile, I still make the sickest face. And again, the last night marked my final phase. I crumbled to rebuild, disgusted by the dry mask I wear. Isolated my thoughts, weakened like rusting iron. Where has my life really begun? Fogged by fear, yet clear in my desire. Fear was the first hero I have gotten to know. It grew on us. I know I just mentioned us, but who is us? To me, us is the kid who thought he could be his own man. Us is the boy who fought to learn to live on more than just his own, past the man who couldn't teach us. I give any adult role model a pass. They taught us to learn whatever we can. Hey, I'm Ryan. I named stray cats I'll never see again. Fluffy was the one I named yesterday. Introverted, my music became my second language. I analyze songs to anchor me at home. Lyrics speak so my loud mind can rest. Songs play so my heartbeat doesn't distress. I linger outside until it rains, water washing down my face, a neutral gray blend with my being. Tears elude me, my glands run dry. Crying feels impossible, something that now and then worked on so hard not to do. Everyone needs a good cry. I am Ryan. I savor strawberry cream root beer. My girlfriend tells me I'm sweet, but she's sweeter still, and I'll keep reminding her why. Seeking a peace of mind, I've learned to control my inner world, sweep a bitter in the ways I've grown, and not yet sturdy structure. My journey's a quick-paced dance with independence found in self-grace. Hey again, I'm Ryan. I like to say I'm a man of my own creation, but I would be lying.
It's always your quiet students. You see them in class, they don't talk a lot, and then it's like, okay, it's time to share, and then they start sharing, and you give them that real blank stare, like, really? You had all of that bottled in, and now you want to give it to me? Y'all give it up one more time for Ryan. All right, y'all ready for your next poet? Say yeah. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Anaya. Miss Rena. We're going to rewind that. You want it further down? All right.
Good evening, everyone. I know it's cold in here, so I want to welcome y'all to our cold theater. Brr. My name is Anaya, which means grace. Mom named me after a man on the Jerry Springer show. Really, Mom? Mambo sauce, graffiti, go-go, the creation of me. The beat and the rhythm moves me. Makes the community feel good eternally. Grandma's was my first home. I did pranks on her, By the way, I'm sorry, Grandma. I hope that I didn't raise your blood pressure. My buddy Kojak. Pink room filled of a preteen's hopes and dreams. Dad, how do we go from being best friends to being distant? Acted like you were almost non-existent. I love you, but I wonder if you love yourself. See, I don't play it by my piece. I will leave in the fleet. Back in high school, your girl was insecure. Haven't we all been there? For me, though, purple lipstick was my escape from the insecurity. I felt that I wasn't pretty enough. Stopped listening to the devil upon my shoulder. The only child, my cousins are my siblings. Watching them grow up right before my eyes is pleasing. Quiet with so many thoughts. Unless if I let you get to know the real me. 21 and thriving. That is me. Thank you.
Now, I'm not a grandma at all. But it's just something about a child saying, sorry, Grandma, I hope I didn't raise your blood pressure. That gives you just a little cause for alarm. And you wonder like, oh. We gotta love our babies, amen? Y'all give it up one more time for Anaya. All right, we're going to keep this thing going. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Michael.
Pencil to paper, prints are left in his trail. Opposite of a brush, it marks can't be washed. Graphite, proud, black as night. Wood, grown from the motherland. Shape, cultivated with an eagle's eye. Named after father's fighter, like an angel, soar and take flight. Scratch that, break the flow along with the pencil. Sharpen it, put it through the iron, but no iron's as tough as its steel. Still, it persists its own will, its own wielder. Can't break, but never gone. The pen's mightier than the sword, but this pencil's more explosive than any nuke. It drops bombs, barrages to all who challenge. Don't try to be this pencil's writer. It forces itself to be its own drawer. The pencil will stab the hand of even the original creator. The pencil draws landscapes, but never people, only those that are imaginary. The pencil captures all from afar, but never part of a pack. Why is that? Why, pencil? Trying to sketch your own identity, or do you fear just being? Trying to erase your imperfection out of pride, or do you draw your own invincibility to hide? A pencil who never wavers, but what's your worth with no wielder? What do you have to prove? Why posture as the brightest blade? Why draw smiles out of your own hate? You claim it's thyself to constantly break and repair yourself. Is it what you've seen from your authors? Am I afraid if I let myself break by another, I can't break any further?
Hey, he definitely dropped the mic, and if you can't tell, he's a good guy. Y'all give it up one more time for Michael. If y'all ready for your next poet, let me hear you say yeah. Yeah. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Christina.
Thank you. Who are they? Black and green locks that trickle down like rain with glasses to stop the eye strain. A face full of cosmetics to hide a single trace of a face they think only a mother could love. But with skin glowing from melanin, at least the sun still admires them. Who are they? Wicked rhyming, a crooked smile like J. Cole, but they still stay shining bright like a diamond. A person who stays true, listens to various genres like Portals and Badu. Who are they? They have the ability to capture a moment quick with the camera's click. From realism to cartoon, the creativity in their illustrations will wrap you in like a cocoon. But don't take this designer in vain, because their artistry can annihilate even the best right brain. Who are they? For some reason, it's easier to talk about myself when I pretend it's not me. I'm a person who's too scared to go deep. Staying on the surface is my personality. Am I emotionless or just can't express it correctly? Writing this poem helped me see who are they? They are me.
It's the lyrics for me, all that word play. Y'all go off. Give it up one more time for Christina. All right, we're going to keep this train rolling. Y'all, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Dante.
Good evening, everyone. Really quick, can we just take a deep breath? Wait, sorry. Same time with me. Hello, everyone. I would introduce myself, but I'll save that for later. For now, I'll introduce myself as Mr. Clutch, because like two peas in a pod, we can't be touched. No, I do not have multiple personalities disorder, but there's a reason why I said we. See, the man I'm about to introduce still feels like a boy. He was raised by plenty of women, which is why he's emotionally intelligent. And he's been inspired by many men, from a hustling father who works 50 hours a week to the Black Panther who can play any Black historical figure. Yes, he's seen many examples of strong Black men. But he still feels weaker than cookout food on one paper plate. An unbalanced combination of passion and procrastination, like trying to run a marathon but can't finish the last 50 feet. But the supportive spirit of loved ones keep him going. He's a natural leader, but loves to listen to your darkest secrets. More like a diary and less like a tape recorder. When this young Black man begins to despise the world who's made it their purpose to despise him, he deep dives into his own multiverse. He picks up his controller to race against his doubts, shoot down his negativity, and beat on all of his insecurities, which eventually resurface when the headphones come off. So he runs to the stage and embraces the warm hug of these stage lights and camouflages behind the minds of unique characters, and then leads them to a film set. This young Black man has found his calling, raising a mirror to the world, praying to start real conversations so everyone can truly listen and truly understand everyone's perspectives. Hey. I don't know what Clutch was saying, but let me tell you all my skills and talents. I can act, I can kind of dance, but I barely got balance. I got dreams to become the best, trying to sip from my chalice. As I take in my family, my company, it's great to see what I can be. Come. Then I awake, always trying to decipher the real from the fake, trying to take the high road, but life's GPS never told me which ways to take. I trust my gut, but it still feels 50-50. All I know is I'm glad I got the Lord with me. I don't consider myself a writer or a poet yet. I just close my eyes and trust the pen on what to say. And then I read the title. Hey, my name is Dante.
Sometimes when the students get finished, I want to say, told ya. But that would be mean, so I'm not going to do that. But I know y'all knew. Y'all give it up one more time for Dante. All right, y'all still with me? Yeah. Y'all feeling good? Yeah. Y'all getting y'all soul fed? Yeah. I know. All right, please put your hands together and welcome a special video presentation by Cameron.
Hello, my name is Cameron Miner, and this is my original poem, A Quiet Storm. I am a quiet storm. I was born to be a natural protector, nurturing my surroundings and peers with my chill persona. My clouds shelter those in need of solace from harsh sun rays of life, taking on this responsibility for the sake of my own world. Oh, how selfless and kind, how beautiful. Not really. I have stages that you can and cannot see. My life cycle is ever-changing with different forms, but I'm still the same, I guess. I breeze on by, using my eyes as surveillance before breaking my collective form into pieces for those who deserve it. But that's rare. As spontaneous as I can be, I'm quite one of structure. Introverted water droplets overcome my extroverted spirit of gas, preventing outsiders from breaking through a wall that is quite thin. But alas, this is only the beginning. As a quiet storm, it is not my intent to make things bleak. I am working through the motions like everyone else. My brightness turns darker and gray, but I try to keep things light on the other side. Do you ever feel underestimated? Expected to keep a smiling face when you can feel sporadic electricity ready to strike anyone who has done you wrong, only to utter a long, angry groan of thunder. Limits are tested. You can now imagine some of my true form. Black skies enter the chat, but my mind is on do not disturb. My face is on autopilot as an aircraft zigzags through the dark existential void in my head. Agonizing voices of sirens amplify my cranium as my mouth struggles through words of affirmation, losing a battle. As my spirit runs for cover in a basement of uncertainty, bottled up tears burst through like bullets, breaking down my physical body as it cowers in solitude, hiding in a lonely bunker within myself. I hate to be pessimistic, but I only do it for awareness. My clouds clear eventually, but they tend to return once more. My intensity is not for the weak, I have to admit, because in the end, I am a quiet storm. Thank you.
Y'all give it up one more time for Cameron. Cameron couldn't be here with us, but I love when students still put forth the effort, so we still got to get to experience who she is and her words. All right, so now we're familiar with what a group piece is, right? And remember I said it could be, two poets or more. Now you get the more. Y'all ready? Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage Theodosia, Irima, Anaya, and Lyrian.
bullets glide over life, and now a man lies in dirt.
Fantastic curiosity fires, bullets like rain, pouring tears of victims into brutal bloodstains.
Amigos, for some money glides, pouring rain, living outside.
Life could be fantastic. I'm just waiting right on by.
The system is against us.
Powerful, eh? Sometimes you can do things and they're really short, but they have such a big impact. Don't have to say much. You just punch them with it. Y'all give it up one more time for those lovely ladies. All right, we're going to jump right back into this thing. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Anthony.
How y'all doing? Previously on The Watcher. Birth. The boy born with silver eyes and laughter out the womb, constantly around love and affection. He is a watcher, even at a young age. He is watching Curious George because he was curious, watching his family first, the first introduction to heroes he's ever had. Then watching teachers teach, preachers preach. He was seen, never heard. There he was, but he was never present. Lonely, but never alone. 8 to 12. Watchers, he's 8. Crazy, right? It was like he was just 5. Always crying, but now he thinks he's that guy. I mean, it would be a lie to say he doesn't cry, because that's later on. But he still watches even more. Watching is just what he does. 13 to 17. Hazel eyes, laughing but never happy, wanting, walking, looking through a lens, seeing the hurt of others, seeing the potential of others, seeing the love of others, but never wanting or believing that he deserved those things. Watchers, he's different because he cares more about others than himself. He has panic attacks but doesn't let people know because why? 18, you know, we don't even know his name. It's Anthony Long. That's crazy. That's my name. Well, I guess that's the end of the show.
There's an age-old adage about children should be seen and never heard. But if you don't hear them, you miss what their imagination can create. Y'all give it up one more time for Anthony. All right, y'all hands still working? They warming up? I know who that is. I already know who that was. All right, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Lyrian with an L.
I know this is supposed to be a poem about me, but currently I'm on a road to self-discovery. So far, I only know the things that people say about me, so hopefully I can share some context on the subtext of my own subject. So far, I'm a pessimistic perfectionist with persistent issues with control, all clinically diagnosed and prescribed by the doctor inside my mind. I'm also a raging addict, a junkie, hooked on books, anime, web novels, basically anything that's not reality. Music, the master of my mind. Song, the seeker of my sanity. Lyrics, the lifeline of my livelihood. All drugs. All drugs that drug me from the bed that I make after every failure, mistake, or pain that I intake. Drug me from the covers of smiling facades, grins persistent, my head nods. To sleep, I love to go. Basically, a reset button for tomorrow. And also, I hate to lose. This is a secret, but if I was racing a kid, I'd most likely untie his shoes because I'm a winner. I'm a winner, so far from the sinner that hides before your eyes. I'm the heavyweight champ. I've never tasted defeat because I'm my own worst enemy. Earlier, I said that I was on a road to self-discovery. So far, it's escapism, perfectionism, competition, but right now I'm stuck between the difference between self-awareness and self-deprecation. Honestly, hopefully, truthfully, I just want to be so unapologetically me that I can't even think about it, can't even doubt it. I need to turn my page.
Take your time. Take your time.
Whatever I am, whatever I'm gonna be, I will find out about it. Because just like this poem, I'm unfinished.
Now, Lyrian, I feel like we got to talk about that untying of the shoes. You just push the kid down. Don't untie their shoes. They'll never see it coming. Y'all give it up one more time for Lyrian. All right. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Tori.
I am the bird that encompasses the meaning of my name. A Tweety that's been mothered well and is now ready to fly away, but can't seem to find its wings. I flap and flutter and try to stretch my limbs to the sky, but I find that I'm confined to rocks, heavy with all of my burdens and guilt, twisted by twigs, sharp with all of my intrusive thoughts and mean words penetrating through my skin and into my heart. I share a birthday with the late Malcolm X, so since the day that I was literally pushed into this world, my family knew that I was destined for greatness. Reading at 18 months, honors classes throughout school. Truth be told, I am their golden goose, or at least they think I am. Truth be told, they boast me in the presence of church folk, Facebook friends, and extended family when I can't remember the last time I got straight A's or been in an honors class. Am I really as great as they think I am? I'm not really sure, but it seems like I have to be the good one, the ivy-bound wonder kid, the epitome of Black excellence. I have to be their golden goose. I am a Taurus, and even though I'm not entirely sure what that means, I know it's something I take pride in. Maybe I am the bull, my ego headstrong and stubborn in all of its greatness, my horns charging towards every possible sign towards affection and attention, all because I want someone to love me. Maybe this one will be different, I say to my ego as I crash into yet another wall. Nope, just another matador with a bright red flag. I embody green, and even though you may not entirely understand what that means, it's okay because I think we understand each other enough. See ourselves in the middle of a rainbow, in the midst of various other colors, either cool or warm, this or that, us not really being defined by either or. Different sides have different opinions on what we be, what we should be, and how we're perceived is ultimately what we believe, at least in that moment. But what happens when that moment passes us by? You know, it's funny, I've only been in drama club for 3 years, but it seems like my whole life's been a never-ending stage, the way that I've been putting on a face to perform, to intimidating eyes under uncomfortably bright lights. And in my shadow lies the million-dollar question, does anyone really like me for who I am? Do I like me for who I am? Of course not. How would we like what we don't know exists? I've come to a point where I've realized that I might need to search from within to find that new person. New. Funny how my last name is Newkirk when I've been considered an old soul time and time again. Maybe that's because, truth be told, I am new to this world despite possibly being here before. Maybe that's because I am another perspective, my own character on stage, following my own script, my voice so loud it brings down the barriers of the status quo. Maybe that's because I am both cool and warm, or neither one. I can be everything or nothing, and either way I'd stand out. Maybe because I am the Taurus bull, standing headstrong and stubborn in my own beliefs, my horns charging towards unconditional love and positivity. Maybe that's because I am Malcolm's disciple, soon to be fighting long and hard to be recognized, epitomizing Black excellence, not because it's expected of me, but because my stories will be told by any means necessary. My name is Tori Elena Newkirk. I was born on May 19th, 2007. I love the color green, being Black, and dancing and singing around my room at the top of my lungs until I turned red and blue. As I search deeper and deeper within my old soul for that certain someone new, I feel my limbs getting lighter and lighter, the rocks and twigs slowly breaking away. Soon enough, I will be that free Japanese bird I was named for, spread my newfound wings and fly away.
That's your baby. I bet you good and proud, as you should be. Let me just say, shout out to the parents in the room, the family, the friends. It really takes a lot for these students to get up here and share with you, but the fact that you all are in here and that's my babying, I love it. Keep it up, keep it up. Y'all give it up one more time for Tori. All right, y'all ready to keep this thing going? That's right, all right. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Jaden.
Just in case you forgot, I'm the older brother of a kid named... He flies trapped in a room. From what I've seen, he makes some pretty good art, something he could profit on. It's better than these paintings by dudes that poke a black dot on a canvas, saying it embodies the scraps of people dropped by the man we forged to crowns. I pleaded to my parents to bring this kid into the world. Now, he'll have to reap what I sow. I fly trapped in a room. I'm rocking the fro again. To the ones who've seen me with twist, you're probably asking yourself, why the fro? And to the people who've seen me with the fro before, you're probably asking, why the fro? The twists look way better. I had to take them out. I had to take them out before they locked me in a cage entangled by the rage of what you told me to make. So I had to take them out, or else I'd be left with dread. This fro could mean I'm freeing myself, but honestly, it's probably just so I have enough hair to cover my eyes. But there are no tears to hide, you see. The head of this chamber are filled by a never-ending pool of tears and ideas, tears left in the shade of my skull that could never evaporate. So I wait. For the weights on my shoulders, I place all the hardships so fade when I turn my face that are still lurking. So I'm looking to the good times. Ain't we lucky we got them? To me, to my family, I am JJ from Good Times. I'm not the older brother, but I am an artist, a starving artist. An artist so starved, I started to eat my own paintings. I savor my hard work, but I never give it away. I can't be like this, I'm a savior. Let's keep it a buck. I crack jokes like how eggs yolk rip from my skin, need clothes that shrink while my sins grow from the sins of Jim Crow. That growth should be blown like dynamite. I smile so hard, my gums start to bleed. I didn't even need to floss. Jim taught me that my thoughts are nothing but punchlines of lies that can make you laugh. So now, enjoy the show. I fly trapped in a room with an open door. I tell myself when I become a famous actor, I won't have any stunt doubles because I am myself. In a perfect world, I would have been right the first time and the next time. In a perfect world, we'd agree on everything. In a perfect world, I would have the wisdom of an 80-year-old, the edge of an 18-year-old, with the wonder of an 8-year-old, and live long enough till I'm 800-year-old. Flawless would be my name, but it won't be my own. I wouldn't just see you on the weekends. I wouldn't have to pick out my jeans to wear because I would already have them on. I wouldn't live in compromise in a perfect world. I live in a room. There's a world behind a window shut tight with the blinding sunlight. Between the blinds of the window I'm drawn to. But an open door with an exit sign? If only I could see what's on the other side.
Did anybody catch the name of the brother? Justin. It's something, I wanted to yell it out so bad, but I did that earlier, and Jaden looked at me like, no, that's not the point. Y'all give it up one more time for Jaden. Y'all still with us? Yeah. All right, y'all keep that same energy. There we go. Keep that same energy, and please welcome to the stage, Ariana.
Can't tell me either. Okay. How is everyone? Okay, this one's called Ghost Girl. I was trying to find the words that I thought would best describe the ideal version of me, luxury designer adjectives made of silky smooth silver and gold, a Midas touch of poetry made to touch my audience's soul. I was even gonna make the font bold. Then I realized that was just an overcompensation for the fact that for much of my story, I lacked control. I didn't want to cut my wounds open again to reveal where I was in all honesty, all of the bruises and broken bones I sustained from having my pride treated like a punching bag when I was told you loved me. For years, you made me believe my expression of emotions was ugly, that nothing I did was ever enough, that you were the diamond and I was the rough. Made me believe every problem was all me, and when I was hurt, you hardly said sorry. I had to always italicize the I's to fit the you that hardly grew up. But you know, this is supposed to be love. No wonder I crushed on boys that only broke me. I needed your comfort, but you wanted me to be lonely. But I'm here today to tell you that the girl that was afraid, made to be a maid, a puppet controlled by strings, is dead. And though you may be the main character of this piece of poetry, I'm going to be the hero in the next chapter to that little girl instead.
She has words for days. I love to see the brilliance of their minds when you give them something and they take it, they fold it, they flip it, and then they give it back to you, and you're like, wow, how did that happen? Y'all give it up one more time for Ariana. All right, y'all ready for your next poet? Let me hear you say yeah. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Kimora.
My ankle just popped. Anyways, good evening, everyone. I am my hands. The hands that were held by my parents and kissed by my first love. The hands that guide my brush to paint landscapes of a star-speckled face with wide-set eyes and heavy bags carrying years of late nights. I see through my fingers and speak through my pen because they work better than my eyes and my mouth can. My hands paint my face each morning as I play mirror roulette, pretty with nice tits or pig with lipstick. Am I narcissistic? Or knowing or saying you're pretty is the deadliest sin because I have to be pretty enough to be seen as pretty by men, but not so pretty that I start to intimidate them since, being okay with yourself gives them the ick. I hate you because I can't take gifts from my boyfriend now, because then I feel like I owe you something. The same way I knew I owed you a thing, the thing you always wanted to talk about. I nodded my head because that's all I knew. Thank God I grew out of it before you. It's giving self-pity. Am I deer pretty, fawn pretty, cat pretty, rat pretty? Wait, no, don't tell me. I'm pretty enough for you to call out to me on the street, but not pretty enough to have an actual personality. So my hands kept my mouth shut and did all the talking. My tongue doesn't seem to work anymore, but it's whatever. I'm sure it's normal. I'm sure having 4 different faces is normal. No, literally, I'm a different person every time I look at myself, not being metaphorical. I'm 17 now, but did I peak when I was 14? When you still like me because my voice was cute and not as deep? When my mind was so bad that my hands took over, I can't stand what my hands create? Well, unless I'm down or in a state of self-hate. Can I hurt myself a bit for more expressive art? Better anatomy, better colors, better depictions of me? Well, not me, but me when I don't feel like me, because that's the one time I'm worth painting. I want to be someone else's muse, but only I can turn these faces into art. I miss throwing up from staying up late enough to finish 4 whole pieces, but on those early mornings after late nights, when my bags are heavier than ever, I see nothing in the mirror but the spongy muscle that lies beneath my skin. And a marbled shade of pink that so often made me sick, I wish everyone could see me like this. So my hands pick and scratch at my skin, but find nothing underneath, but at least now I know you're not a part of me. My tongue is untied, but my voice still trembles and shakes when I try to align my mouth with my mind, but at least now I'm more than my hands. I'm more than what they can do. I'm Kimmy. Nice to meet you.
Love it. Love it. It's the drama for me. Y'all give it up one more time for Kimora. Keep that same energy going, and please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Elijah.
Good evening. All right. When you look at me, who do you see? Thanks to the cohort listing my name right now, you're looking at Elijah. But when you answer my question, know that my name and your perception is the closest you'll get to piecing me together. So when you look at me again and answer my question. But I'll help you with the question by talking you through it. Do I stand at 5'10" and look like a baby boy to you? Do you see my Air Maxes tied and tucked, but see a kindergartner that still can't tie his shoes? Is the man I took time to mold unapparent to you while you still think I need training wheels? Can you describe the boy you see in front of you as everything listed I just listed like his mom does? Or will you and my dad see eye to eye about your view of me when you look into my eyes and tell yourselves I'm the boy he took on his first date? The boy who needs a couple bucks to buy Spider-Man toys so the idol who taught him how to hope is closer when he sleeps at night. Or even the boy who needed his first wallet, debit card, and work ethic. Keep thinking. Maybe I still look like the baby boy my mom sees, and let's touch on that tough topic. Does a baby boy get asked for a checkup on every hustle he has by his OG while she knows he's grown with a full pocket? Does Elijah look like Elijah through his dad's eyes and he still walks around DC with Legos in his back pocket? Can I really be that boy when he sees me pocket money from shoes in my new wallet? Can I be a boy when I'm so much of my own man he says I don't talk and it's been years since I stacked cash in that first wallet? Or since I put a deposit in my first debit? Since I went out on my own and found my own work ethic? Look at me and think again. Would you and my classmates who can't see me for who I am anymore get along? Am I looking like the boy who disassociates with music tracks while each lesson drags me along? Does Elijah look like he doesn't pay attention in class while he sings his songs? Older meanwhile graduating early as the same baby boy getting hugs from his mom? Because when they could still look at me, they thought I was another one of them. Another phone in the group chat, an angsty teenager ready for a 5-finger discount. But when you skip class and let that time pass, I might be one of them. But for anybody who wears a badge when they walk out, keep in mind this is fabricated and you do not know me, so I am not one of them. Maybe you still think you and my classmates would get along. Do I look like somebody who's quote unquote in my own world at a lunch table full of people who would technically be in my own world, at that in a lunchroom full of people that would make my own universe, in a school full of people that would make a whole multiverse? Or did I just lie to you and there's so many voices in my head it's louder than what y'all talk about? You see, if your homework isn't if your homework isn't making sense yet, it's that Elijah is not what everyone thinks he is. And instead, time after time is being diagnosed as an empty canvas and prescribed the medicine of perception. So keep thinking, look at me, and tell yourself, who do you see? Because whoever you thought, I am not one of them. Whether my mom thinks I'm that same baby boy or not, it don't matter because I'm not one of them. If my dad thinks I'm the man or boy I am, it don't matter because I'm not one of them. My friends in the class who left me in the past, whichever Elijah they think I am not one of them. When they see me one way and I act another, it's bad because the Elijah they imagine they cannot get one of him. And whatever version you imagine when you looked at me is wrong because I am not one of them. Who do you think is more likely to say I'm defiant? My mom or the cops? You know, the boys in blue who you duck and dodge while they protect the county? Or my mom, while they protect the county? Yeah. Hold on. I'm cheating because I'm not supposed to be on my phone. Who do you think is more likely to say I'm defiant? My mom or the cops? You know, the boys in blue who you duck and dodge while they protect the county? The badges that make me and my dark skin believe we have an innate relationship because they're the hunter and I'm the bounty? Why they look for boys like me with two-strand twist and try to cuff me to make my hands a two-way split before they sentence me in the county? Or my mom who held me since I was an actual baby boy because she birthed and found me. The woman who said I'm the best thing since sliced bread and is supposed to never doubt me. But does it make it more believable when I go from baby boy to a hard-headed, unteachable, angry teen when her anger surrounds me? Now, don't think I'm playing a trick question. Both candidates are valid. You didn't know they can act the same way? They both say, don't be at the wrong place at the wrong time, to watch your friends and hang with the right guys and be a stand-up and nice kid. And you don't think they both look after my dark skin? But both of them still think something's wrong when I'm alone or surrounded with my kin. But even my kin is guilty of perception too. I've been identified as having warm undertones, but in the next setting having dark skin, so I step back into my room and shine no light to let the dark in. Since I am the dark, people try to find me in my thoughts in my head, the same place as the dark is in, but this supposed introvert gets told he's gonna do big things, so I guess when I step into the light, I'll make the light old news and bring the dark in, so I step back and to not be touched like Mr. Clutch did, and watch the crowd and scream like Anthony Long did, and keep my keep going like my SoundCloud songs did. Do you see how people's perception throw you off? Would you believe my mom and dad combined things I'm in over my head? Trying to be young, unprepared, and deal with life at the same time, with a habit of not opening up and doing everything myself without asking for help? But do I really not open up, or do I have nothing to say? Do I not open up, or did people belittle me in the past with what I had to say? Do I not open up, or is life so fast this kid who takes things slow doesn't have the time to find what to say? Let's keep going. Do I do things myself, or when I ask for help, they only told me to cope? Do I deal with my problems like I have nobody, or is the boy who I built myself to be actually holding his own? Do I not share my problems with anybody, or is my nervous system the only one that knows the solution to my problems? I got my own baggage, but a crown is what you won't see me in. That same hood I've been told to take off to avoid cruel judgment is what you'll peep me in. That same hood that met my desk all 8 periods every school year is what you'll see me in. Because while the world thought I was being sneaky and shady, minding my business is what they couldn't beat me in. No, like literally though, because they tried to peep inside my hoodie while I only cared about what was in mine. I think that people forgot humans existed before the language, before the numbers, before the phrases and equations. So when you speak and think of me, you'll always be wrong because your thought process is still bound to linguistics with specifications, character archetypes, stigmas, stereotypes, and bad situations. Still haven't figured out the language you speak is tying you down from experiencing people, not realizing I'm a manifestation. Every step I take, every thought I have, every action I perform is a manifestation of my being and not a description. Every part of my being will show up in my existence because my being exemplifies itself but is never explained. Now I have another question for you. What do you think of your perception now? When you look at me, what do you see and who do you see? Answers I've given, you've heard situations and perceptions I made up, situations and perceptions that happened, answers I've given to perceptions that I've lied about and maybe told the truth about, but here's an actual truth. This poem was meant to showcase me and this audience was given a chance to understand me. But the only thing about me that you will know is that you don't know me. I'm still not one of them. Thank you.
Elijah ain't one of them, he told you. Elijah sat so quietly in class that when I saw his name, I had to ask myself, wait, who's Elijah? Elijah showed up, gave me some, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, I got it. And then took an hour and blew everybody's mind. Like he said, your perception, right? Never judge anybody by what you think. Wait until they show you. Y'all give it up one more time for Elijah. Has everybody put their edges back on and their eyebrows back, y'all? Everybody steady? Y'all good now? We ready to get back into it? I'm gonna go find my edges on the side, but please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Avery.
Well, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between, and anything that's outside of that. Today I have a little work from you, from my strange little weirdo brain. What am I? For well they call me Avery Nolan, I know not what that entails. There are a million messages flooding through my skull. What to think, what to say, what to do, you know, the normal. And every single one of my trains of thought run down these rusty old tracks. But none come to the station. You know why? They're all derailed. My entire existence is self-contradictory. Intelligent, but absolutely moronic. Lazy as all hell, but motivated. Cautious, but the most reckless person in this room. Important, but utterly and completely insignificant. Am I what they made, or something deep inside, the world an oyster, or my existence a cage, inside my very own little mirage, or seeing through the illusions blinding you all? Is there anything you can truly call me? Is not this poem but regurgitated thought? Yeah, it is. Be gone! So what, you want more? Fine. As I stand here in front of a legion of shadowy figures, I give them the one response I have. I am supposedly a human. Now please tell me, what the hell are you?
If it was one thing Avery was going to do, it was going to have you laughing in class, that is for sure. Y'all give it up one more time for Avery. Listen, I earned every dollar with Avery, I will tell you that much. Y'all, please keep this same energy and put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Chinwe Kele.
Hi guys, how are you doing? You guys are awesome, like for real. My mind knows only grief before my fingers wrap around a pen or pencil and my gaze traces the scribbles as they weave together. My heart hears the echo of an unreached part that goes ignored as I try to contort my words to suit a certain meaning. So do you really wonder why I run into walls like nitrogen? Do you really wonder why the streams dry up the moment any flow of honesty dares to escape? You see, I could make a vocation out of this honesty. I could tell you a lie so often you would start to doubt the truth. And I could lie so quickly, all you recall are vague traces of truths. I speak often in metaphor because figures of speech feel like home. I fear faltering so much that I resolve to have no words at all. At least nothing you'll hear, because even my screams on paper turn out to be whispers spoken aloud. My last performance, I stared me in the mirror, but my gaze got blurry because I could no longer bear it. I stared at my words on paper and heard this whisper. How can you speak when you can't even speak? I promise, my words are worth it. I am worth it. Sometimes I ask why I have this gift. When my syllables stay stuck at the base of my tongue. I wonder why it comes so easy to some but not to me. Sometimes I wonder why I still try. I wonder why my pencils get blunt and my pens run out of ink and my Google Drive gets full. I wonder why I crave affirmation. I wonder why I ask for approval when even my thoughts are heard on the soundtrack of heaven, when even the hairs on my head are numbered, and I don't need to write a single word to be fully known. I still wonder why my words never feel quite as eloquent escaping my lips. But still, I try. Still, my words will weave from ear to ear because broken words are still beautiful. Thank you.
It's amazing that she added the music to it when her words are already music themselves, right? Y'all give it up one more time for Chimwekele. All right, y'all still with us? Y'all still having fun? All right, let's get back into this. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Legacy.
Hey, I'm Legacy. Well, not really. Because I'm the pawn on your chessboard and the puppet in your show. You know, as you pulled my strings, you controlled wherever I go. But hey, I'm Legacy. Well, not yet. Because I'm the doormat you tend to walk on so freely. I see the smiles on your face while it's killing me deeply. I see the laughs as you continue to break me and shape me like I be your pottery that you put on display and say, you're so proud of me when I'm not even proud of me. So while you sit here and admire the work of art you drew, my mirror don't even recognize the girl it once knew. So no, this ain't Legacy. This ain't even me. This was the chained version that needed to be free from the big and bad burdens of believing I was bound to the brick and false beliefs from those I had around. And this baggage was the biggest thing I had to bring down. So have you ever buried who you were because you thought it was dead? I'm talking it was them behind the trigger, but you let it get to your head. And due to my lack of armor, my crown took a fall. But now I'm picking this thing up and I'm dusting that thing off. Cause now, untitled profile. New version unlocked. Your box you don't stay in, your playground you don't play in, she's secure. And her identity that comes straight from the Lord. So hey, I'm Legacy, and I don't think we met before.
I got some That's My Babies in the back. thank you for letting me borrow her for this cohort. She gave me fashion and words and served them both, so thank you for that. Y'all give it up one more time for Legacy. Y'all ready for your next poet? Let me hear you say yeah. Yeah. Please put your hands together and welcome Jumani.
Yeah, it's good. No need for introduction. You know who I am. An emotion that comes and sees and acts to conquer land. Doesn't matter if it's shooting or sprinting. I can work from dusk to dawn. If this were chess, I'm the player. You're nothing but a pawn. I prefer to be the brains, but I take pride in my bronze. Greed like a pirate, I seek shining shinglings. If you got in my way, I ain't a thing I don't mind killing. A lone eagle, surrounded by seagulls, I control to fulfill goals and bring me gold. Yeah, I'm number one. It never mattered the age. An angel consumed in black flames. It looks like I'm supporting, but the flame's been tamed. It looks like I'm suffering, but the flames has been tamed. But let me wrap this up. You're in my time frame. But you listen to my ramble, so my name you've earned. Matter of fact, you know who I am. Or do you? There's someone else lurking. Lies bathed in sunshine, itching for a tan. Lies, unfortunately, are what can make a man. It starts off small. Yes, Mom, I did my homework. Excuses to hide the truth. Knowing I had more work to do. A smirk breaks, stretching clean across my face. No, Dad, I didn't eat the cookie. Its taste I can't erase. Alarms ringing, students fill up the hall. I cause mischief. If they knew, they'd be applaud. Like the Son of the Lord, I know I should take the full, but as a man I feel with sin, I aim to break the law.
Y'all give it up one more time for Jumani. I'm telling you, it's always the quiet ones. They be quiet in class, and then all of a sudden they get words, and you be like, where did you get that from? You didn't tell me that you had them. All right. We are down to our last student of the evening. Y'all still with us? Y'all having a good time? I like that. Make sure you are telling your students how proud of them you are, because they showed out up here today. I see our hands still working, our elbows nice and lubricated. We doing good. We doing good. All right. Without further ado, please put your hands together and welcome Nara.
The surface. Hi, I'm Nara. I'm 19 years old, and I'm going into my second year of college. I like to draw, I like wearing hoodies, and probably one more thing that will keep us talking. I live with my parents and my younger sister, and my favorite food is chicken Alfredo, or something. You notice the poof of my natural hair, or the dimples in my smile, or the hoodie that I wear on a day that's a little too hot for my attire. I'm declaring my psychology major in the fall. And I hope my expectancy theory won't bother you, but you won't know that, so I'm not too worried. Layer 1. Depending on where, when, and how we meet, I like musicals or K-pop or both if I'm lucky. I like writing, but only when my mind and my pencil can be on the same wavelength. I'm not good at it, though. Please don't tell me that I am. I'm also really not that great at drawing. Please don't tell me that I am. Compliments make me want to scratch my skin off like a lottery ticket, but if I tell you that, then you won't find any winning numbers. So I smile and I say thank you. I'm a huge introvert. I spend most of my time inside, hiding from the sun and my responsibilities for in fear that if I face them, I will go blind. Layer 2. Some days feel like a round of keep talking and nobody explodes, but the more people talk, the closer I get to exploding. I'm a ticking time bomb with a seemingly unlimited fuse until the most inconvenient of times. I hold on to grudges like they're distant memories that I don't want to forget, because if I let it go, a part of my broken identity goes with it. My self-hatred became my shield and my rage became my ribcage, but only out of the fear that my heart will get hurt again. But you're not allowed to know that, so I'll bottle it up and toss it into my ocean of facades. I can only hope that it'll drown with your suspicions that I am anything but level-headed. If you ever have the terrifying experience of witnessing one of my eruptions, I am so sorry if it burns. No amount of freezing water will heal the scars, so why are you so close to the fire? Onions sting whether you take your time with peeling it or you cut straight through. I thought I told you to cover your eyes. Layer 3. There was a day I nearly created a Google form to send to everyone I consider a friend. Hey, I know this is random and out of nowhere and probably a waste of your time, but I need a detailed paragraph about how you actually feel about me, so the boa constrictor I call my insecurity stops constricting my throat and leaving me gasping for air, but you're not allowed to know that. So I swallow the lump in my throat and I hope that you don't notice. Nothing is worse than when the learned helplessness whispers in your ear about no matter what you do and no matter who you try to be, you will never be enough, layer 4. My brain runs like a computer code. Insert a command and press enter, I will run. It doesn't matter how many if-thens or when the button is pressed, the buttons being my boundaries it takes. A perfect code will run regardless. I can't do it by myself, don't you understand? Reliability is my middle name. I will play the role that you cast me as. Just give me the stage directions and I promise we won't need that many run-throughs. The bottom. Hi. I'm Nara. I do like to draw even if I don't like what I draw most of the time. My favorite food is bacon, mac, and cheese, and I wear sweatshirts more than hoodies because they're more comfortable. I bet you'd never guess that I love dancing around my room at 2 a.m., music blaring through my headphones a little too loudly to drown out my thoughts. I'm a quiet introvert, but I talk more the more you get to know me. This poem is a great example of that, so I'm sorry if I talk too much. My middle name is Hope. I hope my iceberg won't drown you.
That's Nara's my babies in the back. Yep, that's on them. Hello, how y'all doing? Y'all should be proud, because you should. Y'all give it up one more time for Nara. So audience, did you enjoy yourself? Now just, by way of claps, how many of your students let you know what they were doing so you got to hear a little snippet here and there? For context, I didn't tell them to do that. They could have told y'all if they wanted to. Well, I hope you are as proud as I am. To each and every one of you. Yeah, y'all can give it up for that. To each and every one of you who used your pen to be honest, to be vulnerable, and to basically knock everybody down in here. Thank you for trusting me with that. But thank yourselves and be proud of yourselves for what you did, because my God, you did it. Now, to close us out tonight, I heard she might be doing a poem. I got jokes. I do. I can do this all night. Please welcome to the stage one of the fabulous faces behind the CreativeWorks team. Give it up for Liv. You sure you don't want to bust no lyrics?
She almost raised my blood pressure. Golly. No, I'm not doing a poem. I got one bar. If you know, you know. I might be a busboy, but you just got served. All right. There's a few people I want to applaud tonight. I want you to put your hands together for our tech crew. Thank you all. You do amazing work. I want to bring to the stage our program director and Miss Rena. If you can come join me on the stage. So, these amazing people, we are so grateful for them. We are so grateful for them. Rena, this is not her first time doing this, and every single time she pushes our interns out of their comfort zone. We see things in them that we haven't even seen before. And so we are so grateful for this poetry and performance teacher. Put your hands together for Rena. And we wouldn't have all of these interns here today if it wasn't for our program director, Miss Jessica. Put your hands together for Miss Jessica. All right. So I want everybody in here to stand to their feet. And I want all the interns to join me on the stage. I want y'all to give the loudest shout, the loudest claps for all of the performers on this stage. Put your hands together. Come on, y'all can get louder than that. Come on, come on. Wow! 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 Amazing, amazing, amazing. I am so proud in every single one of every single one of them. I'm sure you all are very proud of every single one of them. So parents, there is a reception after this. Go out, grab some food. Congratulate them 1,000,000 times. They will stay here so you can get your pictures. All right? Stay a little later. We thank y'all for coming. Thank you.